Hey GreatDrams, today I'm going to be doing something quite cool actually, and we're all familiar, I'm sure, with Johnnie Walker Black Label. As you can see how much is left in here, I'm quite familiar with it. But what I wasn't familiar with is a bottle of Johnnie Walker Black Label, 12-year-old extra special, dating back to the early 70s, which I picked up at auction just a few weeks ago and decided to crack into to see what the hell it was like. So I quickly pour out modern day and pour out this guy. Now obviously the packaging is a little bit knackered on this one, apologies, but that's just kind of some of the reason and some of the kind of risks you take when it comes to buying bottles at auction. And in fairness, it came with one which is actually really well packaged, which I'll get for you right now. So that's kind of what it looked like. Yeah, obviously this one's been through the mill a bit. And yeah, so let's try the original. I would say original. Let's try the old version, side by side with the contemporary. So the contemporary one, you know, it's got a lovely oaky vanilla notes going on. Some fruit there. There's a little hint, very slight hint of smoke to it. It's overall by that kind of oaky, fruity, soft, accessible nose to it. Nice foam bananas as well. Now, the old version. You know, very, very similar in terms of DNA as you'd expect and you'd want from essentially the same whiskey, just 40 years apart in terms of when they were bottled. And that is the skill of the master blender, to try and recreate flavours year after year after year, using wildly different inputs sometimes as well. But this one's a lot more on the smoky side. Really, really, really nice smoke to that. But still with those fruits, that vanilla and that oak note coming through. Very nice. Right, let's try modern day. All about oak and fruit and vanilla. Very, very easy drinking whiskey. Nice and soft, nice and subtle. It's a very, very pleasant, easy drinking blend. The older version, on the other hand, on the palate, there's a hell of a lot of flavour. Potentially a lot more depth actually to it than the contemporary. And then flavours have changed over the years, so each one will be now kind of flavour matched to what consumers want, and that the brands and products take on that. So flavours do evolve over time. But this one, wow, there's a hell of a lot of depth, a lot more character. Very chewy whiskey as well. That lovely underlying smoke note goes throughout. Absolutely superb. And is a sign of how production was done back then. So it'd be a lot different to how it is now. Less mechanised, less computer into kind of interaction. And also just production techniques in general. A lot more distilleries had, a slight peat level to their malt. It's just how things were done. Whereas now a lot of them have taken that away. If anything, this actually noses like a really old Speyside, like an old Ben Romack actually. Fantastic whiskey. Absolutely stunning. Cheers. Until next time.